Okay, Sagittarius. So you've had a chance to look at the cards. I'm seeing a lot of day here with one evening. So let's take a look at this. The first card is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is always about moving on. It's about moving towards harmony, towards peace, moving away from, it's not a huge thing. It's not like the Ten of Swords, but it does feel like you've needed to sort of correct a few things that haven't been working perfectly. It might be your job description at work is not what it was, and you want to change that, and you feel like moving on. And it may be moving towards another company. It may be moving, period. Some of you may be moving, period. As you can see, this guy is in his boat here. There's the swords. He has his horse, and he's left what hasn't served him into new beginnings that he's not sure what that's going to be, but he's ready. The water signifies emotions are ready. So your next card is another sword card. You have the Knight of Swords. Actually, you have 3 sword cards. Wow, Sagittarius, 3 sword cards. Okay, so the Knight of Swords. This is a guy who's usually a younger feeling guy, maybe in teens to 20s, and he's just ready to take the world and just go with it and his ideas and race to the front line. As you can see, he's on his horse, and it's funny because his skunk is watching him, and he has his horse racing. It's like, yay, I can be the victorious one. So you might have that feeling of you're ready to go with your ideas. Your ideas, you're excited, you're ready to put those into motion. You've moved on past, you've gotten past whatever hurdles need to be. You're actually moving away from this and into, okay, let's start something that's really an idea-based project. Something that's going to expand your world. This could be very much about the solar eclipse. You have new ideas, and that you're wanting to move forward that, because as you can see, this horse is racing towards this Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about new ideas. So it feels like you're racing into, what can I do differently? What intuitively, because this is an evening card. As you can see, the wise owl is out. The moon is out. That's always about using our intuition. She has the sword pointed up towards this crystal. I love this. This is a large quartz crystal, and I'm using selenite for the pointer. But she has her sword pointing up to the sky, up to the crystals, up to spiritualism. And she has the book on how to do that, to give her more information. So you guys, it feels like there are expansive ideas that you're excited about. You're ready to move forward. And I like that this card sort of slows it down a little, because he can move too fast. This guy can really take off and get himself in a jam, get himself in a pickle if he doesn't watch how fast he's going. It's almost like, if you step outside and you're not grounded and you're on your head and you're walking fast, and then you trip, and all of a sudden you've bruised your knee, or you've sprained your toe, or we've all done it. So it feels like needing to get grounded. This Page, who is a younger, so this is all about newness, and the youth part comes in. It feels to me like she's going to ground these ideas. It's like, okay, I'm ready to move forward. I've moved past this, and this is all good, but what else can I do? Okay, I think I'll take a moment. I'll look into my intuition. I'll do some research. Some of you may be going on the internet. I'm also getting to, some of you are also counseling with the cards. Some of you may be card readers yourself, or you're waking up in the morning and you're pulling a card, and that's the card of the day or the evening. You're pulling cards. I don't know why I got that, but I'm looking at this thinking, there's some readers out there as well. So this just gives you more intuitive insight. Some of you may be looking into metaphysical classes, intuitive classes. And also I'm going to be, because I do this in person, I'm going to be mentoring people on the phone or on Skype or on Zoom about enhancing your intuition. It's going to be a 45-minute, possibly an hour session on, okay, this is interesting, session on increasing your intuitive skills. And one of the things you'll need is, I don't care what card deck, but a deck of cards. So let me know. I'll put that on my website under my menu of services, because I do mentorship, as you know, intuitive counseling, pull cards, and do your numerology. And there's different types of services that I have. But that could really be a benefit to you guys, to have an intuitive counseling on opening up your psychic abilities. That would be a lot of fun. And like I said, I do this in person quite a bit, and it will be great over the phone as well. I do it with some of my clients now, actually, over the phone. Okay, so there is the Page of Swords. And then the last card is the Six of Chalices. It's funny, you have two sixes. You start with a Six of Swords, you end with the Six of Chalices. So this is about a little bit of memory lane. You know, these two kids are walking off. They've had their picnic with their cups and their teapot, and they're revisiting some memories of young, maybe when you were a child, or thinking about the past, or thinking about a neighborhood that you once lived in, or people that you haven't seen in ages and ages and ages, maybe childhood friends or family friends. But it does feel like some of you really want to revisit that. And in a harmonious way. This doesn't feel bad. It just feels, because he has his canary with him. So he feels safe. And this canary feels like it's looking up to this owl, and this owl is looking at him. Oh, I love that. The two feel connected to me. But these two kids are arm in arm, hand in hand. So there's a sweetness about this. And this card also could mean someone who has passed on in your life, and you might be missing them as well. That's also an additional meaning that this card could be. And remember, too, if you're thinking about them, then, they may be with you in spirit, probably with you in spirit. If you see sometimes pennies, coins, dimes, feathers, those are all synchronicities that tell us that there are loved ones around us. Okay, interesting reading, my friends, my Sagittarian friends. Let me go ahead and add these up. There's 6, 7, 8, and 6 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. And 5 in numerology has to do with, and I want to say expression. That's usually 3, but I'm feeling like being unrestricted about how you express yourself. Now, again, this solar eclipse, maybe it's the way you do it. Maybe it's the way you express yourself. Maybe you're on the internet different. Maybe you're changing your website, or you're on YouTube, or it feels like promoting yourself. You're coming up with some new ideas for that. All right, that's interesting. All right. And it's expansion, too. 5 is about expansion. Okay. So in these 2 6s here, 6 is about harmony. So whatever it is that's going on, you'll want to feel harmony during the month. It's eclipsed. These 2 cards are eclipsed, speaking of, by 6s. 6 is about harmony, family, responsibility, love. So that's what it feels like that you guys are really, really striving for. Love of family, love of home, love of nature, love of what you do.